Um, all right, Virgo. I'm not going to ease you into this one. I'm not going to soften the edges. I'm not going to wrap it in pretty language to make it easier to swallow. I'm Anna. This is Virgo, and I'm about to tell you something that's going to hit you right in the chest. There's someone in your life who has been looking at you differently, not slowly, not gradually, all at once. Like a switch flipped, like a blindfold fell off, like they finally saw what was right in front of them the whole time. And it's absolutely destroying them. Not because you've done anything wrong, not because you've changed, but because they've changed. Their eyes have opened, and what they see now is so painfully clear that they can't unsee it. They see you, really see you, and it's breaking their heart. Let me tell you what's happening inside them right now. They spent so long ignoring you, overlooking you, taking you for granted. They had you right there and they were looking everywhere else, chasing people who didn't matter, giving their attention to people who didn't deserve it, wasting their energy on situations that were never going to go anywhere. And you were there, steady, present, real, and they didn't see it. But now they do. Now they see the way you carry yourself, the way you laugh, the way you listen, the way you show up for people, the way you're consistent and reliable and good, the way you're everything they were too blind to notice. And they are sick about it, sick with regret, sick with realization, sick with the knowledge that they had something precious and they threw it away. Not because they meant to, not because they didn't care, but because they were too caught up in their own nonsense to recognize what was standing right in front of them. I'm going to be real with you. This isn't a happy story, at least not yet. This is the story of someone who woke up too late. They see you now, and it hurts like hell because they realize that while they were busy chasing the wrong things, you were quietly becoming the person they needed all along. And now they don't know how to tell you. They don't know how to approach you. They don't know how to undo all the time they wasted. So they're stuck in the pain of their own realization, in the weight of their own regret. I know what you're probably feeling right now because I can feel it coming through the energy of this reading. You're angry, maybe bitter. You're thinking, where were they before? Why now? Why should I care that they suddenly see me when they ignored me for so long? And you're right. You're completely right to feel that way. But what I want you to understand is this: their realization is not about you doing something differently. It's about them growing up. It's about them hitting a point in their life where their priorities shifted and they finally saw what mattered. And you mattered. You always mattered. They just weren't ready to see it. Let me tell you about the specific moment that shifted everything for them. I I see a moment, a specific moment. Maybe it was a conversation, maybe it was a situation where you showed up for someone in a way that they never could. Maybe it was a moment when they saw you interacting with someone else kindly, generously, selflessly, and something clicked. Maybe it was a moment of absence, a moment when you weren't there and they noticed the gap, the emptiness, the silence that you left behind. And they realized that the space you filled was bigger than they ever acknowledged. Whatever it was, it changed something in them, and now they can't stop seeing you. Every time they see you, it's like a punch to the gut. Every time they hear your voice, they feel a pang of longing. Every time they remember the way they treated you, they feel a wave of shame, and they have no idea what to do with any of it. This is a person who didn't give a damn about anyone else. They were selfish, self-involved, caught up in their own drama. They didn't care about the people who cared about them. They didn't value the people who showed up for them. But now they care about you, and they don't know how to handle it. It's like they've been walking around in a fog their whole life, and suddenly the fog cleared, and they looked around and realized they were alone. And you were the one person they should have held on to. Now, here's the part of this reading that's going to really get you. This person is not going to tell you right away. They're going to suffer in silence for a while. They're going to torture themselves with thoughts of what could have been. They're going to replay every moment they missed, every opportunity they let slip away. They're going to watch you from a distance. They're going to hope you look their way. They're going to pray for a second chance they don't think they deserve. And that's the thing. They don't think they deserve you now. They think they've lost their chance. They think you've moved on. They think you're better off without them. So they stay quiet. They stay stuck. They stay broken. And all the while, they're watching you, seeing you, loving you in a way they never allowed themselves to before. Let me tell you what this person is doing when they're alone. I see them lying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, thinking about you. I see them going through old messages, old memories, old moments that they took for granted. I see them wishing they could go back and do it differently. I see them imagining what it would be like if they had just opened their eyes sooner. I see them thinking about reaching out, about sending that message, about telling you how they feel, and then I see them stopping, pulling back, talking themselves out of it because they're scared, scared of being rejected, scared of being told they're too late, scared that you'll look at them with the same indifference they once showed you, and that fear is paralyzing them. They're stuck between wanting you and feeling like they have no right to want you, between loving you and believing they don't deserve you, between reaching out and staying quiet, and it's tearing them apart. Now, let me talk about why I think you're watching this reading, because something in you already knows this. You've sensed it. You've felt the shift in the energy between you. You've noticed them looking at you differently. You've noticed the way they've gotten quieter or maybe more attentive. You've noticed that they're not ignoring you anymore, but you've been telling yourself you're imagining it. You've been telling yourself not to read into it. You've been protecting yourself from hoping. And I'm here to tell you, you're not imagining it. It's real, it's happening. But I want to be honest with you about what this means, because I can feel there's some confusion here, maybe some hope, maybe some fear. Let me tell you what I see coming next. This person is not going to move on. They're too caught up in you. They're too consumed by the realization of what they lost. They're not going to find someone else who makes them feel what you make them feel. They're not going to forget about you, but they might not have the courage to come forward. They might stay stuck in their fear. They might wait so long that they miss their chance. And that is going to be their biggest regret. But here's the other side of it. If you want this, if you see this person and you feel something too, you might need to make a move. You might need to make it clear that the door isn't completely closed. You might need to show them that it's not too late. I know that's not fair. I know they should be the one to come to you. I know you've already done your part. But what if they're too scared? What if they've convinced themselves they don't deserve a second chance? What if they're waiting for a sign from you that it's okay to reach out? Would it be so terrible to give them that sign? I'm not telling you to chase them. I'm not telling you to grovel or beg. I'm just telling you that sometimes the person who's hurt the most needs to see that there's still hope before they'll risk getting hurt again. They see you now, and it hurts like hell, but the pain of not having you is worse, and they're living in that pain every single day. Let me also say something about you in all of this, because you're not just a character in their story. You're the main character in your own. You've been hurt by their indifference. You've been dismissed by their inattention. You've been overlooked by their selfishness. And you deserve so much better than that. So if you're feeling angry, you have every right to be angry. If you're feeling bitter, you have every right to be bitter. If you're thinking they had their chance and they blew it, that's a valid feeling too. But I also want you to consider something. People change, people grow, people wake up. And sometimes the people who hurt you the most become the people who love you the fiercest. Not because they suddenly realized you're valuable, but because they realized they're not the same person who hurt you anymore. This person is different now. The experience of losing you, of realizing what they had and threw away, has changed them. They're not the same selfish, self-involved person they used to be. They're still flawed, they're still figuring it out, but they're also trying. And that effort means something. So I want to ask you, do you see them now too? Do you see the change? Do you feel the shift? Or have you already moved on? Because that's the real question. Not what they're feeling, not what they're going to do, but what you want. Because if you've already closed that door, if you've already moved on, if you don't want them anymore, then their pain is theirs to deal with, and you don't have to carry it. But if there's still something there, if there's still a flicker of hope, if you can still imagine a future with them, then maybe it's worth leaving that door open just a crack. Enough for them to see the light, enough for them to find their courage, enough for them to finally do what they should have done a long time ago. Now, let me end this reading with a message for that person. I know you're watching this. I know you're going through something. I know you realize now what you had and what you lost. And I'm telling you, don't let your fear keep you silent. You've already lost enough. You've already wasted enough time. You've already let your pride and your fear and your selfishness take too much. If you want them, tell them. If you love them, show them. If you can't live without them, let them know. Don't sit in your pain and let it consume you. Don't let the regret define you. Don't let the fear of rejection be bigger than your desire for connection. They might still want you, they might still love you, they might still be waiting for you to finally see them. But you'll never know unless you take the risk. So take it, take the risk, say the words, show up, be vulnerable. Because if you don't, you'll spend the rest of your life wondering what could have been, and that's a pain worse than any rejection. Now, Virgo, here's my final word to you. You have been invisible to this person for so long, and now they see you finally, completely. It hurts them, it's destroying them, and it's changing them. But what you do with that is up to you. You can open the door or you can close it. You can accept their regret or you can move on. You can give them a chance or you can walk away. Either way, you're free. Free from their indifference, free from their blindness, free from the version of them that didn't see your worth. And that freedom is the real gift of this reading. Now, take that freedom, hold on to it, and decide what you want to do with it. Because you are the one in control now, and they know it.